Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some room to work. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here come the Dolphins. To take over on offense. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So they gave up the big play on the touchdown in the first drive, Charles, and now they were looking for a big play of their own. Instead, they throw the interception.
And, Brandon, they came right out and went for it, trying to push the ball downfield. But remember, the other side ran a few plays before their big one, so they got a little impatient there, and it cost them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle, and he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14.
So many times in my career, coaches tell me that completions are right there. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence on the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jalen Phillips from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Bradley Chubb with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Bridgewater on 1st down. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. In motion, Hill. On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll go for it. This is Wilson. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. First down, and goal to go.
Another carry for Wilson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
On gain of 3, brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They'll run with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Etienne, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Another tote for Etienne, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's a give to Etienne. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And some room to roam now. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. A handoff for Etienne. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Etienne trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just so quick, and what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. On 4th down, Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, Bridgewater. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Gregory Jr. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now. Because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. Bridgewater's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. In motion, Hill. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill from 21 yards away. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. The touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. At their 25-yard line. Now ETN to start the drive. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth. And who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there?
In motion, Hill. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Out comes the Miami offense. It's set to take over. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Back to it after the pick six. Bridgewater. They're going deep for Hill. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Dolphins. Coming up as he's out of bounds at the 2. Wilson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are back within a score. No CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. Ball on the the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Etienne. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
A gain of 7. First down, Jacksonville.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. Back now in Miami. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Etienne up the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So now 1st and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 46. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Straight ahead, Etienne. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Pass interference. Defense.
So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance of the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect. It out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here we go.
Back to the ground with Etienne. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line.
Receiver downfield.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still second down.
On second down, Etienne once more. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Wow, 185 yards rushing for him now as he... Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back.
Got it.
They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Etienne once more. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. They were 3 for 3 converting on third downs on this drive, but that time didn't quite get there.
Yeah, defensively, maybe they just said, we're tired of this. Time to make a stand, and if you really want to pick this one up, you have to go for it on fourth down. And typically, on fourth down, the odds shift to the defense.
Patterson's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now As you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores, you don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. So the Dolphins now down by 9. A little over a minute and a half remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup.
Bridgewater steps away. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Bridgewater. That's caught by Wilson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
A gain of 9 yards.
Now Bridgewater. Wilson's got it complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.